Now, this is not at all what I intended to build today. I was actually going to build the falconry that I want to build, but I've really been pushing to just kind of finish playing a Deeren while Judy's recovering. It's low effort, low energy, and I don't have to worry about it too much, so I wanted to do that instead. So the next family up on my rotation was Adrastos Hyatt, who is kind of an interesting sim. He was originally the heir to the Hyatt family. He did not want to be, and he tried, and finally he was like, yeah, and he just kind of ran away. And this was before the rebellion, but then the rebellion of course happened, so he went basically to 10B with the other people who escaped following Quinn and Antha. And yeah, he's kind of been here ever since. He helped raise the 3 little girls alongside Acacia Sue. But he's always just been kind of a religious sim. He wanted to join the Brothers of Zeus before he realized that they're not the best kind of religious house. So I actually looked through and I was just going to put something together really quick, and I realized of the Skyrim statues, one of them starts with a K, Kynareth, and you can also just see me here. I messed up on my layers, so this is going to be me fixing it for freaking ever. So yeah, Kynareth starts with a K. I hadn't done a K lot for my ABC build challenge, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go with it. He'll be a follower of Kynareth. And that's what I did. So this building that I'm putting together is inspired by the Skyrim lot. So I think it's Skyrim. I hope it's not another one of the ones. I don't know. It's super early. I can't sleep at all because of the dog. So, you know, mistakes happen, but I'm pretty sure it's Skyrim. So this is based on that. I also went ahead and took a couple other Kynareth inspiration things from Skyrim, but just, again, be mindful that even though I'm using the Skyrim names and the little statues, in a Deeren, they're not Daedra, like, it's different. I just, for convenience, it's convenient for me to use the same names, because if I assigned new names to the statues, I'd forget all the time, and there'd have to be notes. It's just so much easier to be like, no, it's Kynareth, but make it a Deeren. So yeah, I was trying to build, there was like a ruin thing that I wanted to build, and my depth of perception was just fantastic, clearly today. Yeah. I'm really happy with how this lot turned out. Like, it's super over-decorated, but I don't care. I need to do the inside today. I finished this at like 1 in the morning, and I was like, I should probably sleep. But yeah, like, I didn't even open the game intending to build this. I was like, I'll just put something together for him real quick. Just something simple. Apparently, no, I won't. No, I will not. I actually even use terrain tools, which you're going to see coming up, and I never do that. Like, I am a flat lot queen. But it kind of made sense, especially because one of the pictures I was referencing was like a hill kind of thing with like a platform and a stone, and I wanted to try and do it, or do something similar. So this is me tentatively building a hill, because I'm also, I like things to be symmetrical and neat, but very quickly I realized that wasn't gonna happen, so yeah. So then I was like, alright, this needs to be higher, because I can't put stairs in, so then I just was like, you know what, I'll just raise it up really high and then I'll fix it once the stairs are in. And so I got my stairs in. I swear that I have like stone steps somewhere, but I couldn't find them, and I know these stairs have a bunch of recolors, so I was like, yeah, alright. So then it was all about smoothing and raising and trying to make a hill that I was happy with. This is why I don't play with terrain tools. This right here is because I like symmetry and I like everything to be even, oh my goodness, even and nice. Even is apparently that. But I also like it to look natural. So it was just the struggle was real. This is me just kind of... Hi, yard people. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my neighbor's yard people. It is 8:08 a.m. Oh, and now Judy. Lie down. Also, I just have to say, if anybody is ever having to nurse their dog through an injury, I'm sorry. Especially if you have a dog like mine who is very set in her ways and not hyper, but like she likes to do things. She's very smart, and she's being confined to basically 3 different locations on a towel because I'm trying to keep her wound clean and trying to keep her from popping more stitches because she's done that already. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. I don't recommend it. It was for the greater good and it needed to happen, but oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I am so tired. It's a full-time job. I don't remember what I was talking about. Like, yeah, it's fine. And my poor partner, not only is he going to be having to take care of the bratty dog, but I am also probably going to be bratty because I'm going to get my face cut open, and so that'll be fun. I don't know if I've mentioned recently what I'm getting done, because I feel like people are slightly weirded out when I say things like cut my face open. I have a deviated septum, they're going to break my nose, and then the little turbinate things in my nose are super duper narrow. So I think they're going to cauterize them. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a grand old time. Now, I wanted to go ahead and get to work on the building. I was still like on the fence if it was going to be exactly modeled after the building or if I was just taking a bit of inspiration from the shape. I decided to take inspiration from the shape. These are not the windows like in Skyrim, but I really like them. I just got them. I don't remember where I got them. I don't tend to remember things. And then I also have this other new window that I just got that is probably going to be my new favorite window of all time. I have a thing for shutters anyways, but just look at it. Look at it. It has 6 shutters. It's magnificent. Again, I don't even remember where I got it. I think it was one of the meat hall sets. If somebody wants to know, I'll look, but yeah, love it. Big fan, big fan. Not as big of a fan as like all of these corners on this building, but it worked. I got it to work. My brain just doesn't work well with all the things, so it's like, what? I didn't know what I was gonna put on the walls either. This changes a few times, I actually cut some of it out. I end up going slightly with the Skyrim walls that the original Kynareth shrine has, but I also have another really cool wallpaper that I like, so I go with that too. I wanted to use different ones instead of just one solid one the whole way through. And that's kind of hard, turns out. A little difficult. Hello, fat cat. The cats are very confused about what's happening. My brat, little tiny cat, is just like, why do you keep cutting pieces off my dog? Please stop. Every time I bring her home from the vet, I swear. It's kind of cute. Yeah, I was just trying to find a different trim. I didn't like the one that I put up there, but I had no idea what to do. Because again, this was not planned even remotely. I honestly think a lot of my best lots are me not going in with a game plan and just kind of fiddling around and going, huh, I should do this. I should do this. And then it turns out really cool. My griffin roost nest things from Heimdall, which is kind of a thrown back if you have been watching this channel for a while. Which, side note, I think that I'm gonna be able to save. I still have the neighborhood file, I never deleted it, but essentially if you build a neighborhood not with Ultimate Collection, but with like your game discs, but then you try to put it into a different computer that has Ultimate Collection instead of game discs, it doesn't show up. So I thought it was lost for good, but I think I might be able to save it. If I do, I'll probably bring that back as well, but yeah. So the next part is obviously decorating. I wanted owls because Kynareth, that's what her little thing looks like, and I was like, alright, so we have to have owls. Then I was like, why don't we just have a bunch of birds? Let's just make her a real birdie. Because I was kind of developing, okay, what type of god is this? Kynareth is like a god of nature. So I was like, okay, I can work with that. This can be a similar, because I also try to keep similar ones to this character just because their descriptions are there and it helps me. But I'm not gonna lie, I was just like grabbing things out of the catalog and going, huh, maybe I can use that. Maybe I can use that. But birds do stay. This is a very, very deco bird lot. I'm just gonna say that. I was trying to think, what else? What would be the purposes of people kind of coming to this shrine? And I liked the idea that people came here for help. I mean, most of the shrines they're probably gonna go for help, but like practical help in terms of like things that nature could help you with. So maybe you want a good crop. Maybe your cow is sick and that's the only cow you have. Maybe you want to have a baby. Like just like things that are considered natural are things that you would go to Kynareth for. And by going to Kynareth, you're going to see a Drostos. You can see him kind of there in the corner. I think I'm going to give him a new look too. I like that look, but now that I've kind of developed who he's following and who he's representing, I think we could do better. Although he's had that hair since, wow, I can't even remember how long he's existed as a sim. It's been a minute. I think 3 years? I just put that hair on him and I really liked it. He's actually related to Briseis Castelo, Castor Hyatt, and obviously Desponia's 2 kids that Castor is raising. And then their dad is, or was, a townie, Gary something. I don't remember what his last name was. I gave him the last name Hyatt. So yeah, nature is the name of the game. I also really wanted him to grow cabbages. I don't know why I got attached to that idea, but I did. Happens. I was trying to pull out a lot of practical things too. I think Kynareth priests are they're very practical. Like, they manage a farm. They chop a lot of firewood. Like, they're not the type that have like a big chapel and things like that. Like, they're not like the Brotherhood of Zeus either, where they say they're religious, but they're just chaotic. Like, they're really meant to be, like, I could foresee a lot of knowledge sims being here, but also maybe fortune sims if they want to run the farm kind of thing. I mostly have religious houses in my game for sims that don't want to be married necessarily, or would be hard to have them married, but also for spares when I have just, like, all my Van Alsbergs at this point need to be at some kind of convent. Like, holy Toledo, I have so many. But I also only do it when it makes sense. Like, Adrastos was technically the heir to his family, and I normally wouldn't have done that with him, but he just gave me such strong priest vibes that I'm like, yeah, this is happening. So you can see I've got a little Black Panther going on right now, and I'm probably wondering, what's going on? You're in a magic forest, but why do you have a Black Panther? I decided that Kynareth in general appears like as a Black Panther, and the idea kind of amused me to have her just kind of hanging out in the lot in her panther form. For the people who are believers and followers, they might see her. It entertained me, so that does stay as well. They don't really keep animals, so like cows, pigs, sheep kind of thing. They're not necessarily self-sustaining either, like that was not my goal. The only animal that ends up staying is the goat, and it's not really for farming purposes. I'm gonna imagine he just found it, or maybe it was a retired goat from a different farm that otherwise would have been food. I'm strongly leaning towards them being vegetarians. Like, not out of principle, just that's gonna be their diet. I'm not 100% sold on that yet, but I think it would be kind of interesting, especially because Kynareth is now represented by a panther, definitely not a vegetarian. And yeah, I'm gonna cut in a minute here because I started going down my decorating rabbit hole, which I haven't done in a long time, and I'm really glad that I did. It can get overwhelming sometimes when that's all I'm doing, but because I haven't really gone hard at decorating on a lot for a while, it was fun and refreshing and relaxing, and I really missed it. So it was good. So here's the lot finished. You can see there's a lot of owls on the main building because Kynareth also has an affinity for owls. So I kept all the birds, I kept owls. She's hanging out on top of the little wagon. We've got this little like wood chopping area, pen for the goat. Here's where they, farm their vegetables. There's kind of like a little shrine there, and then there's the main one here. I'm gonna hide a prayable shrine in the building so that that's kind of functional. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.